replay, I just want to say I want to be quiet just for a second, okay? Hi. Hey guys. So I know I'm normally on here a little bit sooner, and I apologize for coming on so much later than usual, but I finally set up my little bathroom in my bedroom because if you all did not know, in my space, I didn't have like my own facilities. I do have access to some, but I wanted my own. So I actually ordered me like a little camping stuff. So I spent the last little bit after I got in from horseback riding and all that fun stuff, setting up my bathroom area. But hi. So anyways, if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Nataushia. We're going to get this party started. It is Challenge Wednesday. So a lot of people know me as the Seated Cardio Queen. Hey, Jerica. But my name is Nataushia. I started my weight loss journey back in 2021. Hey, Violet. And at my heaviest, I did weigh over 500 pounds. Now I've lost over 280 pounds, and I'm simply here to share with you guys seated cardio workout routines. Now, there are going to be some exercises tonight that sound absolutely horrendous and scary and nearly impossible to complete, but I'm here to tell you right now, you're going to be able to do them. I'm going to break them down and show you all different modifications and different ways that you guys can do this. So please do not freak out. Try it again. But anyways, because it's showing that I'm live on YouTube as well. But if you all don't know, I do stream on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, okay? At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I literally just came on here. But anyways, I'm going to go on ahead and get this party started. I've been going literally since I left earlier this morning. I don't really know what it's doing. I have no idea. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. We are going to have 10 exercises tonight. Now, what is so different about Challenge Wednesday is instead of doing the 14 exercises at 30 seconds a piece, we're going to have 10 exercises for a minute a piece with a 20-second breather in between each one. So I am going to let you all know what, yes, she is. But I'm going to let you guys know what our routine is for the night, and then we're going to go on ahead and get started. Whew. I know, babe. Yeah, girl is poop, so I'm thankful I have my boosted lemonade that I'm about to take part in. But anyways, what our routine is tonight is we're going to start off with seated jump rope, jog, reach and steps. Then we're going to move into battle rope, knee slicer, or slam. We're going to have our cross punch kick, out and up tapsies. We've not done tapsies in a hot second, so don't freak out. Then we're going to have seated row and obliques, all right? So I'm going to go on ahead and hit my chair. We're going to get this party started and get this session knocked out, okay? So let's go on ahead and bring you guys down here. Are y'all ready? I hope so, because it's time. So what we're going to do, y'all, I have been on my knees, if you can't tell, building all my stuff. I have a whole privacy screen. I have been busy. But anyways, what you're going to do is you're going to sit at the edge of your chair. You're going to focus on trying to keep your back off the back of your chair, but I'm here to tell you right now, I used to rely on the back of my chair a lot. So don't freak out. Don't get scared. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing it right because my back's touching the back of the chair. I used to do that. But what we're going to also focus on doing is keeping our core tight. A lot of people are like, Nataushia, how can I keep my core tight? Thank you, TikTok. The way you're going to do that is essentially like you're sucking your stomach in to take a selfie and look skinny. So we're basically sucking our belly button in through our spine, okay? So our first exercise that we have up tonight is seated jump rope, which looks like this, or bounce on your tippy toes, okay? We're going to go on ahead and get going. We have 1 minute, seated jump ropes starting. Now let's go. So with seated cardio, what you're going to do is focus on simply trying to give your best effort. I don't care how fast you go. I don't care how slow you go. I don't care what you do. So let's say doing this exercise is a bit too much right now. I understand. You're going to go into this right here instead. Notice how our feet, if you're doing this one, they don't come off the floor. You're going to bounce on your tippy toes, and it looks like you're jumping rope, but you're really not. But as you keep your core tight, what you're doing is you're also working out your abdominal region as well as getting that cardio workout, okay? Awesome. Whew, I just realized I forgot to turn on my music. So sorry, guys. Take your breather. So we have a 20-second breather. Up next is seated jog. You're going to do this right here. Or if this is too much, you got pump, 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 pump. Okay? So in just a few seconds, we're going to move into that exercise. All right. So we have seated jog for 1 minute, starting now. You got it. I'm going to see if I can turn my music on from right here. Keep moving. I can't. It's okay. But we're just not going to have music tonight, and I apologize for that. But it's okay. We can work out. You can listen to me. You can listen to the lawnmower if you can hear it. It's okay, baby. Up next is going to be a reach and step. Again, if this advanced jog is too much, you can go pump, 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 pump. Okay? Keep it moving. You got it. And breathe. So we have reach and step next, which this is our reach and step, okay? But I understand maybe stepping is a challenge for you. What you can do instead is simply reach. All right, go at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with me. It's okay, all right? We're going to go on ahead and knock out our reach and step. We've got 1 minute starting now. Let's go, guys. You got it. So a lot of people ask me, how do I get started? Where do I start? How do I lose weight? Do you know, honestly, weight loss is a big, big mental thing. Hugely mental. And I didn't realize that until this last time that I did seriously take it serious. Now remember, if stepping is challenging, no excuses. Do this right here, okay? And a lot of people are always like, Nataushia, how do you stay motivated? How did you lose over 280 pounds? Because I stopped wishing and I started doing. I used to wish that I could lose weight. I used to wish that I could get healthy. But it wasn't until I started to put down the pizza, take your breather, and truly put in the work that it came. Up next is battle ropes, which looks like this right here, okay? Weight loss is not always fun, and it's not always easy, but I'm here to tell you right now it's worth it. Like, I have so much more energy. I feel so much better about myself since I have lost weight because I can do more things. Let's do our battle ropes, babe. We got 1 minute starting now. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it almost every live. But I remember going places and not being able to fit in public seating. I remember going places, thank you for sending me stars, whoever you are. I remember going to an amusement park after losing 100 pounds. I was like, oh man, I'm going to be able to ride a roller coaster for the first time in my life. Guess who still didn't fit in a roller coaster after losing 100 pounds? This girl. This girl right here. Do you know how embarrassing? I'm sure some of you all know how embarrassing it is to break furniture. I'm sure a lot of you all know what it feels like to want to be able to wear cute clothes. And you end up looking like you're wearing trash bags sometimes because you can't afford Torrid or Lane Bryant or whatever. I know what that's like. I know the struggle, and I'm simply here to share with the world. Seated cardio works, take your breather, and it is a legit form of exercise. Up next is knee slicer. But I understand, maybe raising your knees a challenge, so baby slam. But if you can't go that low, guess what? You can do this right here. But you're going to keep that core tight, okay? But I want the world to see what is possible. I'm not perfect. Let's hear any slicer slam. We got 1 minute. Starting now. I'm not perfect. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm nothing of that nature. But what I am is someone who has fought the fight since 2021. I actually got injured. That's how I ended up in seated cardio to begin with. But I've lost over 280 pounds, and I'm simply trying to help others in their journey, whether you have mobility issues, whether you don't know where to start. This is low impact and beginner friendly. Now remember, if slamming or slicing's too much, you can slam. But if this is still too much, you can go into this right here, but you're going to focus a lot on keeping your core tight. Okay? But I love to provide modifications because in the beginning, when I was over 500 pounds, doing burpees were out of question. Doing push-ups were out of question. Doing sit-ups were out of question. Doing mountain climbers were out of question at over 500 pounds. Take your breather. So I had to find a way and modifications to make it happen, and that's how I kind of came into this after injuring my left foot. Up next is a cross punch kick, or cross punch knee raise, or cross punch. You're going to pick one of those three options. I will reintroduce those during this exercise round, and you can choose. But I absolutely am super passionate about showing modifications so you know that there's no excuse and you can do this. We can do it together. But it is time for us to knock this out. We have 1 minute of cross punch kicks starting now. But if you cannot kick, I promise I understand. I get it. Don't beat yourself up. What you can do, cross punch knee raise. Or if that's still a little bit too much for you, I understand. You're going to do a cross punch for right now until you can get to that advanced exercise, okay? No big deal. But I don't want you to think that you can't exercise because of your size or your mobility. I want you to see that there is another option. There is something for you to do. You just gotta work at it, okay? We can do it together. Awesome work. Take your breather. Now up next is gonna be our out and ups. You're gonna start in the center. You're gonna go out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down, okay? Now, repeat to yourself, out, in, up, down. Once you have the exercise down, then worry about speeding it up. But let's go. We got 1 minute. Let's get it. We have Tapsies next. We've not done that one in a hot minute, have we, guys? But welcome to Seated Cardio Challenge Wednesday with the Seated Cardio Queen. That's me, but my real name is Nataushia. I am from Central Kentucky, and I do provide free seated cardio routines Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, right now, it is 7:13. Let's say you can't finish this exercise. I get it. So what you're going to do, you can go into quick feet. You can do battle ropes. Just don't stop moving, okay? Because in doing this exercise, it's important to still keep your heart rate up and elevated no matter what. I don't care if you can't do this one. I get that. But it doesn't mean that you cannot keep your heart rate up and elevated. Take your breather, baby. Woo! Up next is tapsies. The way you're going to do that is this. Down, out, up, in. Down, out, up, in. Down, out, up, in. Down, out, up, in. Okay? That's what we're doing. Go at your own pace. Don't get scared because you see me and I might be moving a little quicker. I've been doing this for a while, babe. Okay? Well, let's get our tapsies out the way. We got 1 minute. Tapsy starting now. Remember, down, out, up, in. Let's go. You got it. Awesome work, baby. You got this. We have row next. We're almost done with round 1 of 3. Awesome work, baby. You got it. I know you might be sore. You might be tired going to quick feet. Do battle ropes. Whatever you do, don't stop moving. So let's say take that breather. Take your breather. So up next is seated row. I have 2 options. We have option 1, where we use our legs, squeezing those shoulder blades, okay? But let's say using your legs is a challenge. I got you, baby. Got you covered. You're going to do this instead, okay? Make sure you squeeze your shoulder blades. You got this. We're going to knock out our row for 1 minute, babe, starting now. But a lot of people are also always asking me, Nataushia, how do you stay motivated? How do you keep going? I'm going to keep it real, y'all. There are days I don't want to do nothing. I wanted to not even work out today because I've been horseback riding. I went hiking. I came home and I built a room divider. I put together a camping toilet and sink. But do you know what? I know that if I stop, I'm not going to hit my goals. So I choose to keep going because I know what I need to do in order to hit my goals. Remember, if using your legs is a challenge, you can do this right here. Okay, no big deal. But sometimes you have to just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and just keep going. Even when it's hard, take your breather. Even when you have tears in your eyes. Up next is obliques. We have option 1 or option 2, side bend, okay? But there's going to be days you don't want to do stuff. There's going to be days that you have to make yourself just do it. I used to just simply have a routine. I'd wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, be at the gym, go work all day, come back home, and do seated cardio. That's just what I did. But let's go ahead and knock out our obliques, babe. We have 1 minute. Obliques starting now. But I know that if I did not do what I did, starting in 2021, remaining consistent, watching what I ate, increasing my water intake, decreasing all of the things that I no longer needed that were not helping me along my journey, I wouldn't be over 280 pounds down right now sitting in this chair doing seated cardio with you. I wouldn't. I would have never lost the weight. But I'm here to tell you right now, you can do it. Remember, if you cannot do your knees up like this, go into a side bend, all right? You got this. I promise. We can do this. This is our last exercise in round 1. We are about to move into round 2. Awesome, awesome work, guys. Keep it up, and take that breather. Whew. Now up next is jump rope. I actually really enjoy jump ropes. But what we're doing is 10 exercises, a minute apiece with 20-second breathers in between each one, okay? We have jump rope for 1 minute, starting now. But what I love about seated cardio, though, is it's all-inclusive. I could get up and go run if I wanted to, but I choose not to because I know that there are people that don't have that ability. I'm not being mean about it. But I want to make all-inclusive routines so that everyone that wants to work out can see, no matter where you are, this is possible, okay? Sometimes you just got to be willing to wiggle and jiggle in a chair, and that's okay. We can do it. Up next is seated jog. Remember, if this advanced jump rope is too much, bounce on your tippy toes. But I do stream live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. You can pick whichever one best works for you, okay? So if you miss a live, take your breather. I want you to understand I record all of my routines because there are times that life happens and I can't come on a live and work out with you guys. So I will reshare one that we've already completed together, okay? Hope you guys are ready to jog because it's about that time, baby. It's about that time. And we got 1 minute. Seated jog. Let's get it. But the way that I fell into seated cardio is after I lost around 200 pounds, I ended up injuring my left ankle. And I've always been an athlete, but I've always been overweight. I was nearly 300 pounds when I was in high school. I did track and field, I did basketball, I did volleyball, I did any sport that I could do, I was doing it. I played flag football, all of it. But anyways, I started to research on TikTok, Google, YouTube, but I couldn't find full-on routines of seated cardio. So I took the exercises that I found, made some modifications, and created high-intensity interval training in a chair. That's how I fell into seated cardio. And then people continue to ask me for my routines, and here we are. I do provide them, take your breather, free of charge, simply because I understand not everyone has the means to get a personal trainer. Not everyone has the means to get a gym membership. And that's why I do what I do, because I understand the struggle. I understand the struggle of losing weight, the financial aspect, not having a workout buddy that is consistent and can be there for you 24/7. So we are that together. But right now it is time for us to do our reach and step. We have 1 minute. Let's go. But you can absolutely go at your own pace. No big deal. This particular exercise, when you get to the advanced example, if you can, it's really going to work out your glutes. Okay? And if you don't know what your glutes are, babe, them's your booty cheeks. So we just essentially working on that badonkadonk. So remember, if you can't do that reach and step, reach, 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 reach. I love to show modifications because I don't want anyone to feel like they can't do this, because there's no excuses. You can do it, and we can do it together. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take your breather. Woo! Up next is battle ropes. How are we feeling tonight? I'm sorry, my music's not playing. I have been busy and totally forgot to actually start it. So y'all got to just listen to my voice. So sorry. I just love you guys. And I hope that you know that no matter what your scale says, you are worth it. Always. Well, let's do these battle ropes, babe. We got 1 minute, starting now. Awesome work, TikTok. I see you guys coming in with the love. Thank you. Keep moving. You got it. Good job. But listen, if you feel like you don't belong, if you feel like there's a place that you just can't go to, this is a safe zone. As long as you're positive, as long as you have a good heart and you have good intentions, I don't care what you do. I don't care how you live. I don't care what you believe. You're welcome here. Everybody's welcome as long as you have good intentions, okay? Just so you know. Almost there. Keep battle roping it out, baby. Take your breather. So if you're just popping on, we do 10 exercises at a minute apiece with a 20-second breather in between each one. I don't care if you do 2 reps, 20 reps, or 60 reps within that minute. All I care about is you're giving your best effort. Because I can remember being an athlete. We're moving into knee slicer. We have 1 minute of knee slicer starting now. But I can remember being an athlete and literally having coaches look at me and be like, Nataushia, you're not doing that exercise right. You're not going to get the benefit of it. Mind you, I'm giving my best effort, trying my very best, because I was a lot heavier. I was nearly 300 pounds in high school. I was over 500 when I was in college. So I had a really, really big belly. So I couldn't do full-on crunches, but I was giving my best effort. Guys, if you can't raise your knee, slam. But because I was giving my best effort, I could feel my abs burning. You can't do this one, you can do this. And I was sweating. I felt like I was dying. But that's why I say give me your best, because I know when you're trying your hardest, that's what matters. Because the more you try, the more your best shows up. Eventually you're going to get here, take your breather. Because what I've learned is when someone's never been overweight, coaches, personal trainers, whatever, if someone has never been overweight and worked out at an overweight size, they don't know what someone's best effort is. Now, I can sometimes look at somebody and be like, okay, you can probably do a little bit more because I am coming from over 500 pounds. But if you're just starting out, I'm not going to push you as hard. But if you're like 2-3 weeks in, baby, step your game up because you got to challenge yourself sometimes, okay? We got cross punch kick for 1 minute, starting now. But I'm not a personal trainer. I will reiterate that. But I'm simply a former collegiate athlete who has lost over 280 pounds by changing my lifestyle, having gastric sleeve surgery, and putting in the work, okay? Let's say doing a cross punch kick is too much. You can do a cross punch knee raise or cross punch, all right? Whatever works for you right now will work for me, all right? I just want your best effort. That's all I'm asking. Good job. Awesome work. Awesome work. Keep it up, babe. Take your breather. So up next is going to be our out and ups. That's the one where you have to repeat. Out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. Get that exercise down, then speed it up, okay? We got this. We got out and ups for 1 minute, starting now. So out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. Let's get it. We have tassies next. You got it. Awesome work. Keep it going. We have less than 30 seconds, okay? If you need to slow it down, if you need to go into quick feet, you need to go into something to just keep your heart rate up, that's all I need you to do, okay? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that breather. Awesome work, babe. Woo! Y'all, I'm feeling today. I went horseback riding. I went hiking. I built a camping toilet and sink. I built a room divider. Your girl's been working today. But I am so blessed. Any day above ground is a great day to be alive, for real. But we're going to go on ahead and get into our tapsies. We have 1 minute starting now. So remember, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. All right. Remember, go at your own pace. You might see me and be like, there's no way I can do seated cardio. Slow it down. Then as you get these exercises down, I promise you're going to be like me. It takes time, babe. You can do it, and I believe in you. Awesome job. Awesome job. Now, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I will be in Colorado Springs the end of August, and I am going to be doing a meet and greet on that Friday. I want to say I'm going to fly out to Denver. Take your breather. I will land in Denver on like a Wednesday. I want to say it's like the 28th of August. And then on the 30th of August, I'm going to host a meet and greet in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And then hopefully I'll get to meet some of y'all. But right now, it is time for us to do our seated row. We have 1 minute starting now. Good job. Keep pushing. We'll keep rowing. Row, row, row your boats gently down the stream. And of course, if you're whitewater rafting, it's not so gentle, right? How many of you guys have ever been whitewater rafting? That is so fun. Now remember, if using your legs is a challenge, that's okay. You can do this right here. Okay? But make sure you're squeezing those shoulder blades. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that breather. Next is our obliques. And then we're going to be moving into our third and final round. If you all don't know, I also provide stretching after a full-on routine. It is all seated as well, so please don't freak out. We got this. But right now, we have obliques for 1 minute starting now. So knee to elbow, but if that's a challenge, that's okay. You can 100% go into a side bend. All right? Y'all are doing so good. And some people are always like, Nataushia, how in the heck can you talk and work out at the same time? Because I've been doing this for a while. I still get out of breath sometimes. But you have to keep showing up. The more you show up, the stronger you're going to get. The easier the exercises are going to get. The better you're going to do them. I promise it's worth it. You're worth it, and you've always been worth it, no matter what anybody tells you. You got this. And a lot of people lately, for some reason, have been asking about my excess skin. I don't know if y'all can see my legs or my arms, but I got the excess skin. Take your breather. I was actually asked if I had my excess skin removed. I have not. I don't have health insurance. I'm going to have to pay out of pocket. if I choose to have my skin revision done. And I'm at a point in my life where I don't care if I have my skin cut off, because I can live and do so much more now than when I never could. So I'll keep my excess skin. I legit debated even having this whole process because I didn't want excess skin. Let's do our jump ropes, babe. We got 1 minute starting now. But I legit almost did not lose weight because I was scared of my excess skin. I was scared of what I was going to look like because I didn't want that. I didn't want all this. But do you know what now? I'm thankful for my excess skin. I would do this whole journey a million times over because I can fly on an airplane. I can go into a public area and sit down and eat with my friends and not have to ask for a special seat. I can go to a movie theater and not worry about losing circulation when I sit down in a chair. I can go to an arena and sit down and not have to worry about anything because I can fit. So if you're worried about losing weight because you're going to get some excess skin, baby, I'm telling you right now, there's so much more life with excess skin than not. And you deserve to live. You deserve to fit in a bathtub and take a bubble bath if that's something that you've never got to do, because that was me. You got this. Take your breather. Like I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take time. And you're not going to lose weight overnight. I started in 2021 and I'm over 280 pounds down right now. You can do it. It's going to take work. It's going to take time, and it's going to take effort on days that you don't feel like doing nothing. But you got to pick yourself up. We're going to jog for 1 minute, starting now. But I come on here and I share my story. I share my experiences because I've broken furniture. I literally was sitting on my brother's bed. We had a brand new home. And I'll never forget this. But I was sitting on the corner of his bed. That's when he had like I think it was a GameCube or a game box or something. I don't remember. It was a square thing. I'm not good with gaming systems. But I was like, I want to watch you play and I want to learn whatever. I sat at the edge of his brand new bed. It fell to the floor. Completely fell to the floor on that side because I was so heavy. I remember visiting one of my friends at her house, sat down at the corner of her bed. Guess what? Crushed it down to the floor too. So when I say I know what it's like to be embarrassed because I've been too big, or I've not been able to wear certain things, or do certain things because of my size, take your breather. I mean that. And that's why I say I would do this journey a million times over. I was the reason why my family could not go on an airplane to spread my dad's ashes because I was entirely too big. So my family had to rent a minivan and drive from Kentucky to Wyoming to spread my dad's ashes. We're moving into a reaching step, starting now. So when I say that I get it, and I know it sucks, because I used to sit down and literally eat 2 pizzas in one sitting, some cheese sticks, and dessert. When I first started to get healthy and watch what I was doing, I was hungry. I was starving. Because I went from eating and overeating to having 1 protein shake for breakfast, 1 protein shake for lunch, and then at dinner, I would have a giant salad. That's all I would eat. I would snack on sugar-free popsicles. I would drink chicken broth. I was drinking 1 to 2 gallons of water a day, but I was starving. So if you think losing weight is going to be fun, it's going to be easy, it's going to happen overnight, it doesn't. It takes time. You're going to be hangry, as they call it. You're going to get really mad. Take your breather. But it gets easier, but it's not always easy. And I share it because I want you to know the reality of it. Just because I had weight loss surgery doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed to lose weight. Do you know how many times I've gained 30, 60 pounds? Because I don't stay strict. Especially at the holidays. We're moving into battle ropes. We have 1 minute, starting now. So I share my story, I share my experiences, and I share what I know so that you don't go into your journey blindsided. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm starving and I never knew I was going to be so hungry. You're going to be hungry and you're going to have to fight through it. When I would get hungry, I would drink on chicken broth. I would chew a popsicle because it would mentally make me think that I was eating when I wasn't. But something else that I did that's helped me along my way is I eat smaller portions. So I bought toddler plates. I bought toddler utensils. I eat off of small things. I measure my portions. I make sure that I do what I need to do so that I can hit my goals. It takes work, but it's worth it. It's worth being able to fly in an airplane. It's worth being able to take a bubble bath or fit into your favorite pair of blue jeans that you've never been able to wear before. Take your breather. Like, there's so much more life to be lived, and I feel like you deserve to understand that. You might be like, I can't do it. When you say that, you're not going to. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to be willing to speak it into existence. I used to be like, I'm never going to lose weight. Yes, you will. You have to speak it into existence, okay? It is knee slicer time. We have 1 minute of knee slicer or slam starting now. Thank you guys so much for sharing our routine tonight. I see those of you all that do, and I really appreciate you guys, so thank you. For real. So remember, if doing the slice is a bit of a challenge, you can slam, okay? But again, if that's still too much, I got you. You can do this. But it's up to you, okay? You can do it, though. Keep pressing forward. Don't give up, because I'm here to tell you right now, if I could do this, you can too. I promise you can. But you got to be willing to put in the work. You can't want results and not work. Because the results you want, well, the result that you want will never come if you don't put in the work. That's just the reality of it. Take your breather. Whew. Because as I mentioned, I used to wish I could lose weight, but my weight didn't start coming off until I actually started to do. And it's not easy to get up and do when you don't have support. But you have a support system right here. And please don't think that you don't, because you do. I've realized that my platforms that we have created, the family that we have, is so empowering and powerful. We've got this. Up next is cross punch kick. We have 1 minute. Cross punch kick. Starting now. Let's go. Try to keep that core tight. But I know maybe kicking is a challenge, so you can do a cross punch knee raise. But again, if using your legs is still a challenge right now, babe, don't beat yourself up. Go into a cross punch. And if finishing this exercise is a challenge for you, go into knee raises. Go into quick feet. Cross punch. Do battle ropes. Just keep moving. Awesome work. Good job. That's it. That's it. Keep moving and take your breather. Woo! Out and ups are next, y'all. We are almost done. How y'all feeling? Are y'all still alive? Can I see some reactions to see y'all still with me or not? TikTok, I see y'all. Thank you. I see you, Facebook. Good job, guys. I'm glad I ain't killed y'all out on this challenge Wednesday, but it's time for us to kill out these out and ups. We got 1 minute. Let's go. So out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. Okay, let's go. And a lot of people sometimes wonder why I have my arms out in front of me. What that does is it helps engage your abdominal region. Now, having your arms out in front of you burns, or it is too much of a challenge, drop them for a second. Pull them up. Leave them up however long you can handle. Drop them. Let them rest. Pull them back up. All right? You've got this. I know our muscles burn. I know we get tired. I know we get sore. I know we get out of breath. I know we get hot. Stay hydrated and do what you need to do. Listen to your body. And I promise we got this. Almost there. Almost there. Less than 10 seconds. Take your breather. Up next is our tapsies, okay? All right, guys, it is time for us to go ahead and knock our tapsies out in just a few more seconds. This is a perfect opportunity to hydrate, catch your breath for a second, whatever you need to do, okay? All right, loves. Tapsies for 1 minute. Let's kill it. So remember, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. Let's go. Seated row is next. Awesome work. But if you're just popping on, I provide free seated cardio routines Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time unless I state otherwise. It is currently 7:45 p.m. here in Kentucky where I'm at. I'm in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. I don't know in correlation what time zone you are compared to me, so you can Google what is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time compared to wherever you are, so you can figure out when to tune in. Or you can watch my live recordings on YouTube, okay? Take your breather. And to be real, like I've been really hard on myself because I don't always like to wear shorts because of all this extra skin that I have from losing over 280 pounds. But sometimes you have to embrace all that you are, and it's okay to have extra skin. There's going to be people that judge you because of the color of your skin, because of how your hair looks, whatever. If you want to judge me because I've lost 280 pounds, baby, judge me. I don't care. Don't care because I've worked my butt off to get here. But we're going to go on ahead and do our seated row. We've got 1 minute starting now. Because I've had so many people be like, are you going to get your skin cut off? I would love to, but I also don't have the means to do that. I also want to someday be able to have a kid before I get all my skin cut off. Because that's one of the biggest reasons why I started my weight loss journey, is because I wanted to be a mom someday if I ever get married. Lord willing, of course, when the time is right. Because if you guys don't know, if you're new, I do have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I have endometriosis, and I'm insulin resistant. So because of those diagnoses, I've changed my lifestyle completely. I've watched my proteins, my carbs, and my sugars. I don't track my calories. I don't track my sodium. Take your breather, because the only things that I literally track the entire time since 2021, I do 60 to 100 grams of protein a day. I do around 50 net carbohydrates. You can Google what net carbs mean. And I do around 28 grams of sugar, because having PCOS and insulin resistance essentially means your body's not going to break down carbs and sugars like a normal one will. So I have to change how I eat. If you're not changing how you eat, you can't expect any changes to come on your weight loss journey if you have those diagnoses. Let's do our obliques, babe. We have 1 minute starting now. And people are always like, how do you eat eggs all the time? How do you eat the same thing over and over? Because it works for my body. It allows me to lose weight. I know the cavemen back in the day, they didn't have Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, Lee's Famous Recipe, KFC. They didn't have all the options that we have today. So they ate a lot of the same things, I'm sure. So it's like, what's so wrong with eating the same thing over and over? There's nothing wrong with it. If it works for your body, do it. That's what I've learned. And I don't say it to be nasty. I'm just being real. If something works for you, Do it. We're almost done, and we're going to stretch. You got it. Remember, if this is too much, you can always do that side bend. All right? Take your breather. Catch your breath, whatever. We are stretching. Good job for finishing Challenge Wednesday. Now we just got to stretch, so that ain't nothing. Woo, child. We got left arm across our body, starting now. Absolutely killer job tonight, guys. The reason why I like Challenge Wednesdays is it allows you to gauge your progress. It allows you to see where you're at, because I'm here to tell you right now, if you've been with me for a few months, a year, a few years, whatever, you can tell people right now, like you can tell a difference. You can sense it, feel it, whatever. Let's go on ahead and shake it out like a Polaroid picture. Hey, y'all. That might give you guys an idea of what age I am. Right arm across our body. But I am a 90s baby. I was born in 91. I'm 33 years old. And I used to weigh over 500 pounds. I've lost over 280 pounds at this point in my journey. I'm simply here to show the world seated cardio is a real routine. And it's so crazy. I have so many people. Let's pull our left arm in behind our head. You're going to do it this way, but if you can't, I understand. What you can do is interlock your hands like this, pull in behind your head, all right? But I've literally had people tell me, oh my goodness, I never knew this would work me out the way that it does. I'm so sore, whatever. Because me being a former athlete, I understand. I do know what we need to do. That's why I like showing modifications, because I know not all of us can do exactly what we all can do. Let's go on ahead. Shake it out. All right. We're going to pull that right arm behind our head. While we're doing that, go on ahead and extend your right leg out in front of you, toes facing the ceiling. You're going to keep your left foot planted flat on the floor, left knee bent. But you've got this, okay? And if you feel like you can't lose weight, that is a mindset thing, all right? Shake it out. Hey, y'all. All right. So we're going to walk our way down our right leg, okay? I can personally take it to my toenail because I finally lost enough weight to allow me to do so. So if this is the lowest you can go, give it to me, okay? I'm not going to be mad at you, because eventually you're going to get all the way down to your toe with us, okay? So let's go, babe. Now, I do like to take my left hand and press down on my right knee, because what I'm doing is I'm stretching out the back of this right thigh, okay? We got this. But this is my passion. This is my purpose. And this is what makes my heart happy. So no matter how tired I am sometimes, I'm still going to show up. Let's go on ahead, come up, switch sides, left leg out in front of you. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Now, there will be times that I have to cancel. There will be times that mentally I do need a break, because I'm human and that happens. But since I've started using certain supplements, my energy levels, how I feel, everything that I do has increased drastically. Like, it is insane how much greater that I do feel. Do I have moments that I'm down? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I feel so much better since I've added in these supplements into my life. But what we're going to do now is you're coming up. We're going to spread our legs. We're going to do a breathing exercise, okay? So we're going to inhale up through our nose, hold our breath up here just for a few seconds, and then we're going to exhale out down through our mouth. We're going to do a total of 3. You're going to control your breathing, so don't get all fritzy and panic, because we can do this together, all right? So let's go. 1. 2. Last one. 3. Awesome work tonight, guys. I'm coming. I'm so sore, actually, between my core, my glutes, and my legs, because I went horseback riding for about an hour today. And it was an absolute awesome experience, just so you guys know. YouTube, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay? Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a blessed night. God bless. I'm coming Facebook and